I also know that I can find aluminum everywhere in the environment in highly variable amounts. So why am I asking the question about aluminum in planes? This goes back, as Babalu points out, to things like the Hughes patent, its precursors and subsequent patents and ideas. In 1990, researchers at the Hughes Aircraft Company, the same company that built the Spruce Goose, the SYNCOM satellites, the Surveyor Moonlander, the Pioneer Venus satellite, and the Galileo spacecraft, and building off their earlier 1988 patent, submitted a patent, Stratospheric Welsbach Seeding for Reduction of Global Warming. In the inventor's own words, one proposed solution to the problem of global warming involves the seeding of the atmosphere with metallic particles. One technique proposed to seed the metallic particles was to add the tiny particles to the fuel of jet airliners, so that the particles would be emitted from engine exhaust while the airliner was at its cruising altitude. It's difficult to find who currently holds this patent, with Boeing and GM as the top two contenders, as the last two owners of what was Hughes Aircraft Company. But let's think about why people file patents. It's not simply because they want acknowledgement for something they are doing, but because it's a game of finders keepers and they want to get paid if someone else uses their idea. It's about money and control. But just because something is an idea, just because it is possible, doesn't mean that it's actual. There have been thousands of patents that have never had their idea see the light of day. Thankfully, most of the time, though I do sort of want a sail bike. So someone had the idea that using Welsbach materials that would let heat out but wouldn't let heat in, specifically aluminum and thorium oxide, we could reduce global warming, and we could use jet airliners to do it. Well, they definitely get a gold star for thinking about reducing global warming in 1990. And this was an idea that people were bound to get at some point. It's not like this patent is some amazing revelation of science or engineering. My point is that these sorts of patents happen all the time, especially by greedy companies who pay a small amount in hoping for a chance at big royalties. But that doesn't mean it's happening. Now, if we had found aluminum in the exhaust of these planes, then we would have cause to look at this Hughes patent and go, aha, there, you see? Just what they said they were going to do is happening.